everybody. Welcome back to Movie Cranks. I'm Mike, and of course, this guy here is Larry. And we know everyone's stuck at home, dealing with quarantine.
Do not try to leave the building. This will all be over shortly.
So we've decided, since we have no new movies to really go see, we're going to catch up on some TV shows that we've either watched and finished or just completed recently.
Because we've seen a lot.
Seen a lot.
Shows.
Yeah.
We sit at home here, we just watch stuff all day long.
Yeah, we have a library of useless crap stuck in our minds now. So if you haven't, please make sure to go subscribe. We're at 1,000. We're on the brink right now.
I think we're at 999.
Yes.
We got one more. Hopefully, by the time I look at this video being up, we'll be at 1,000.
YouTube is going to pull a trick on us, and we're going to be at 999 for like a year.
For like 25,000 years. That'd be horrible.
So, tonight we are talking about a television sci-fi series that has come out, and this is season 2. This is Altered Carbon.
Technology has conquered death. But with endless future comes endless past. We are trailed by specters. They cling to us like shadows. But if you chase after your ghosts, you just might become one.
Larry, tell me something about Altered Carbon Season 1 the audience might not know about.
Well, I liked it.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. I mean, it did everything. It brought something to the screen on TV that I have never really seen.
Yeah.
A cyberpunk atmosphere, full frontal nudity. You
Had a
know,
little
Joel
bit of everything.
Kinnaman actually doing an excellent job. And I just really enjoyed the first season. It was one of the best things I've seen in a while. If you haven't seen the first season, I definitely recommend going and seeing it.
To sum up what it's kind of about, the background of this whole series is humans in the future needed a way to be able to travel from one planet to another and not take their entire lifetime. So what they found was this material that allows them to take their consciousness, plug it into this chip, and then insert it into a body. So essentially, human beings don't die anymore. They literally can take it out when the body's dead and plug it into a new sleeve.
Yep.
And that's what the sleeves are. They're just your physical form. And you can switch sleeves. You could become a woman. You could become an elderly man. You can become anything you want. And allows you to basically travel instantly from one place to another as you jump into a new sleeve, which made it possible for humans to colonize all over the galaxy. And now we have this sort of a quasi-Earth kind of thing where it's like the Protectorate.
Harlan's world.
And the Protectorate's kind of like the robotic kind of army that protects this whole world. They're like the military. And it's run by like a council and the head of this council.
And if you've seen season 1, Takeshi Kovacs was on Harlan's world.
Yes.
And season 2, he's back there again.
He's
His
back.
most hated planet in the entire universe.
Right.
And he finds himself back there again, and all he wants to do is just get the hell off.
Of all the godforsaken rocks we've been to, we're right back where we started.
From there, if I'm really going to talk about it, it just goes convoluted.
Well,
Everything just goes... It's so much different than season 1. I don't know where they came up with the story. I really don't, because it just didn't mesh with me.
no, it didn't.
It's totally something different. You got Anthony Mackie. He's a super soldier.
Bespoke design by Kamalo BioWare. Military use only. Rapid healing, enhanced reaction time, among other bells and whistles.
Oh my.
I want my magnetic gun hands. Where's those for me?
Well, I mean, Joel Kinnaman was a downgrade, I guess. And Anthony Mackie's the new high-powered sleeve that he got put into. Takeshi Kovacs has got a new sleeve, and that's Mackie. Yeah. Tell me about Mackie. Give me your thoughts.
Well, I'm going to tell you my biggest problems with this season, because I will say, because I kind of enjoy cyberpunk, this is still better than some of the shows I've seen out there. But this season, for me, was a big drop. And one of the reasons was Anthony Mackie. He doesn't feel like Takeshi Kovacs. I almost feel like he didn't watch season 1 or what Joel Kinnaman was doing with the character, and he just said, I'm going to go in, I'm Marvel, I'm going to do my own thing.
It's already jarring enough, and that's what I have a problem with. It's jarring enough to have season 1 as a Joel Kinnaman, which is a completely... Joel Kinnaman has a very unique personality.
Yeah, he was perfect for the part.
He
would come in into that bar and looking like he just got rained on every day.
Yeah, he always looked like he was drunk or sad or pissed. And you kind of got used to that. And you kind of got used to his personality. So when it switches to Mackie from Captain America, it's like, it's jarring.
He's just plain Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
He's not trying to do something different.
He's not trying to play Joel Kinnaman anymore or anything related. It's like all of a sudden he's just pissed off Mackie the whole show.
Screw whatever you're trying to hold on to in that nano dust brain of yours. Now either you reboot or find someone else to follow like a lost dog. Now, do you think you can remember that?
Those words would be hard to forget.
AIs can exist. They have their own hangouts. They talk and act like people do because of their programming. And Poe has been vital to Mackie's survival and in the previous Kinnamans.
Yeah.
So when Mackie treats him like he's useless garbage the whole season, it makes you dislike Mackie even more.
Yeah. And my biggest problem isn't even totally Mackie. There is so many other problems that I had with this season, which I don't really want to knock it, because like I said, I still enjoyed the show, but there's just so many other issues that, one, Takeshi Kovacs, Mackie, isn't the central focus of the season, and it's Quellcrist.
Right.
And I never really even knew this character except for flashbacks from season 1, just a little bit. You don't really, and then all of a sudden, thrown forefront, and I'm like, wait, where's Takeshi? What about his new sleeve? I wanted to see what it could do. There's only one time in this entire series you even see him use the magnetic hands.
And there's this whole storyline of these elder people that lived on this planet, and that they created this technology. They created this the protection system, this angel fire system that's over the planet. There's this whole other storyline.
Yeah, that I didn't even really remember being from season 1. I mean, I guess it was there, but you got the elders who are like ancient aliens, and I guess they came in and they took them out.
Yeah, they basically came in and wiped them out to get control of the planet quickly, and it sort of backfired on them. Yeah, because this ancient elder survived and comes after them.
Yeah,
that's the whole season so far.
The ancient elder basically puts their memories and their consciousness.
And what's crazy is they had that cool setup. That's a neat idea.
It sounds good, but they failed. It's so convoluted.
No, because you know why? They didn't focus on that. They focused on Mackie, like, going out and trying to solve political problems and deal with the protectorate and all this other crap. It was constantly all that stuff. Yeah. If they'd have focused on the aliens and the angel fire and the protectorate, all that as one thing, I think it would have been better. It'd been concise. People would have understood it.
Yeah. And there's just so much missing from the season. I mean, the cyberpunk aspect.
Gone.
I mean, there's only a few times where you see him in a city.
That first one.
Everything's off in, like, the woods. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is something I felt. It almost seemed like a CW series.
Yes, it did.
Like The 100, which is a good series, but it's not Altered Carbon.
But you could feel how cheap it became.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, everything felt like surreal. It was
almost
real
like
sci-fi. Blade Runner, everything had, like, there were the buildings and the places were all really well done, and the settings, and it felt cool because you never seen people get shot and then resurrected. You know, that all that was so cool about it.
Now, I do feel like this season's story became more sci-fi. It was just the locations, a lot of the woods. You got Quellcrist, who's basically in, like, some sort of pod or something. I guess she's been there for a long time. That's where I say it gets convoluted for me, because I'm really not sure why or how she got there. But she's in a little pod, and there's roots growing around her. They're glowing. You don't even know what the glowing roots are. Are they something special?
Well, and she comes out, and her main goal is apparently, and this is small spoilers, she's got an elder basically in her stack.
She's been like...
And she's going out assassinating people. And that would have been cool, except we really didn't see a lot of that.
That'd have been cool, but I didn't even know it when I was watching it.
Yeah. It was
We actually
one of
had
those things.
we watched a little bit of a ending explained video before this because, like we said, this
We
is
were confused.
convoluted
Yes.
so bad that I just didn't understand the story going on. If
No.
you did understand that story, I think it probably will be a better season for you.
Season 1 is a must. You have to watch that in order to understand anything that's going on in Season 2. They do not handhold you or walk you through anything. It's like you're right into it.
Yeah, but for me, it's weird. I understood Season 1.
I did
It was
too.
simple. It was, there's a guy, he's trying to find out who murdered him.
Yeah, Kinnaman, he has to solve a murder
Yeah.
of a big industry mega titan like
Yeah.
Bill Gates, and he has this whole thing where he has to fight with the Protectorate and go against people and he assassins and all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
But this, it's like they just said, and they got into a writer's room, got real high, and then just had all these storyboards, and let's
Yeah.
make it like this, and let's make sure all the women seem super empowered.
And, well, here's another problem I had with it. I feel like they spent too much time trying to make the cast diverse
Oh, yes.
over trying to figure out a good story.
Right.
It's like they spent more time casting, trying to figure out who they wanted, instead of actually creating a story people would understand.
If I was going to scale this on what we have now is our woke scale. Woke as in 1, no woke mess at all, and 5 being the highest. I'd say this falls into about a 3 to 4 range.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, it does come into play a few times, and it gets
Yeah.
a little annoying.
It's there. I just have
It's
the
there.
ability to kind of just ignore it.
It's hard though when all the main lead, like the head of the government, the head of the forces, all this
But-
stuff is all women.
But that's something for me that played into the ending, and I was just like, are they just going that route? But then we watched that video, and I'm like, oh, so he actually... Because I thought, and I told you, and you even corrected me, I thought Poe backed up his memory at the end
and saved it.
and saved it. And
To
he
a
was gonna be
human's
himself again,
disc,
but
yeah.
it was something completely different. I won't spoil it for you.
Right. There's a lot at the end that was just rushed, it felt like. And that's another thing I didn't like either, was how this could have happened over 2 seasons. But no, they slammed this all together into one big jumbled mess. Poe is another person we want to talk about. Poe is the hotel or manager
The AI.
of this hangout, this hotel that they're hanging out in. Chris Connor plays him.
Yes. There was no drop off there for me. I think his character grew throughout the whole season. I love Dig. I love their whole connection. I love seeing him
Yes.
become more human every episode, not wanting to... Because basically, if you see the series, you'll see that he does have a glitch in his system. And that basically leads him to he needs to reboot. Otherwise, this
everything.
could cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And to him, rebooting is dying. It's losing all your memories,
Everything.
all your friends,
Yeah.
all the people you've loved in your life. And it's kind of sad watching that go on through this entire series.
My guest has been consigned to the circle. I'm beside myself with concern.
I'm sure he'll find another guest.
He's more than that. He's my compatriot. My friend.
Leela Lauren plays like Danica, the Protectorate leader of this
like a
colony.
politician.
And she's the main politician. But I actually really enjoyed her because she seemed real. She had good, I guess, chemistry with some of the people in the show, and she had a great presence. Like when she
her
was in
presence.
there giving orders, I felt like she was the true leader of this colony.
Yeah, her acting was
Well
right on
done.
point.
Yeah.
No problem with her. She even has the only, I'll come up, nudie scene throughout this entire
Yeah.
season.
That's another thing
Which
they
you
really
don't-
cut back on.
They got rid of it. Because all you see even with her is her butt.
Yeah,
You see a few butt cracks, and that's about it. The first season literally has full frontal, and a lot of
Well,
it.
they weren't scared. They were taking risks in the first
Yeah.
season. They were definitely going all out.
Do you think maybe this season, because this kind of story could maybe appeal to some kids.
It went too mainstream.
Do you think maybe they were thinking, younger people are watching this now, we got to clean it up a little bit?
I almost think that they were told, look, we need a bigger, more generalized audience.
Because
and
think
they
about it.
pulled a Star Trek Discovery.
They pulled in the Marvel.
Yes.
They pulled in Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
he's basically Captain America now.
Yeah.
That's pulling in Marvel fans who are younger. That could be a lot of the reason why they kind of cut back on that.
And we'll have to talk about this more, but I feel like they did the same thing Star Trek's doing, where they went off course completely, and they need to get back on schedule. And that's another thing. We will have a Picard review coming up as well as soon as the last episode goes.
But you know what we should do? We should just score this
Rated.
one. You could talk about it for hours, but it would just be, after a while, just repeating yourself. Because for me, the season was just kind of convoluted. Anthony Mackie just didn't do the job for
He
me.
was dull. He was...
Yeah.
I
will say I loved Poe and Dig. I
Yes.
could watch a whole series on those two.
Yes.
They saved this season for me.
Yeah.
Those two right there. The girl with the blue thing on her head, you don't even know why that's even there. I mean, maybe somebody out there knows and you can explain it to me. Didn't really care for her character. Quellcrist is good. She felt futuristic. I didn't really have too many problems with her. The story, though, was just all over the place. I wish I could have got something I could have understood a little more like the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and give this season a C. It's good. It's watchable. It's better than some things you're going to get on TV just because of the atmosphere. You do get a little cyberpunk. If you're really going to compare it to a show, though, think The 100. That's what I go with.
What would you score the first season?
Oh, the first season's like an A.
Really? You went that high?
I really enjoyed the first season.
Okay. I agree with everything you said. I was really disappointed by a lot of this season. When it was over, I could have cared less. I mean, I was more involved with Outsider than any of this. I don't know, the two AIs. It's sad when the AIs, the artificial intelligences in the show, actually have more personality than Mackie. That's pretty bad.
True, you know?
That's how
They
we come
seem
down to
more
it,
like
though.
real human beings. I mean, they almost seem like they got so much, their chemistry is so good together. I don't care if it's even in a different show. I'd love to see these two on screen together.
Yep. I don't know. I just, as far as Altered Carbon Season 1, I liked it. I didn't quite like it that much. I would have gave it a B+. Altered Carbon Season 2, sadly, I did not enjoy. It wasn't bad. It had some good effects sometimes, and I think if they streamlined the show and made it to where it was understandable, it'd been better. I would have to say it was a solid C-.
Yeah.
Just below average.
Before we go, though, the ending, too. I got to talk about that just for a second. Spoilers right here. The ending, I didn't catch it. Like I told you. They got the, what do they call it? The fire.
The angel fire coming down.
You got the angel fire coming down from the sky.
Which
Literally
only kills Mackie
turns
for some
Mackie
reason.
into dust.
Yeah.
Apparently there's another Mackie I didn't know about. There's another Takeshi Kovacs. I thought they were playing it off like this is his brother or something. It's actually him double stacked, which I didn't quite get at the time. I was like, what are they talking about, this double stacking thing?
Well, I thought double stacked meant that you use someone else's physical appearance.
Yeah.
So you took your chip and put it in someone else's body that wasn't yours to use.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it meant.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize it was the same person copied.
Just different. There's one from 300 years ago, and there's one from now. And one knows more, one doesn't know as much. But you think if it's you would understand that person, and he's off
Really
trying to
well.
kill him, and it just doesn't make sense.
It didn't, no.
I was so confused. It even made it kind of a little bit worse when I did find out that's what it was.
It felt stupid.
I just wish they wouldn't have went just that kind of route with it.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We're sorry you're home with your kids every day in quarantine. It's vital. It's important. Make sure to wash your hands and follow all the CDC guidelines. We can't say that enough because we'd like to get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Larry's been
so
stuck
when you hit
here
that subscribe button, go ahead and just wipe off your keyboard for us.
I mean, Larry's been here for 2 weeks. I can't get rid of him. So,
yeah, I got lots of time available right now. So I'm one of those people that the job's been cut back. So
yeah, and that sucks. And I hope we're giving some entertainment to somebody out there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and make some extra videos this week.
Yep.
If I can, maybe even over the next couple months. Depends how long all this lasts. Hopefully, it isn't long.
Yeah, and stay tuned Tuesday or Wednesday. I did a special video with the kids. We did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and they'd never seen that before, and they loved it.
Good
so
deal.
Stay tuned for that as well.
All right, guys. So I think that's all we got. Until next time, we'll see you later.